Hey everyone, wasn't going to make this video tonight because I am convinced my 4-year-old has a competition with his classmates to pick up as many germs as they can because he brings home everything. I'm convinced that he's licking every door handle in the school. I don't know yet, but I think he is. Because I have a sore throat, pounding head, feel like garbage. And on top of that, before I went to make the video, we played Tattoo Artist tonight. And I didn't realize it was a permanent marker. So now my nails are blue and my hands are blue and it's not coming off. So that's another story for another day, but it matches my tattoo, so that's kind of cool. But I got a shipment in, so this is exciting for me. A few things that I've never used before. I've used this before, but not this brand. It's by Buds. It's just a training ball. You put kibble in here, you can put treats in here, wet food, raw food. This is really good for dogs who need some mental stimulation. If you're leaving your dog's, overreactive, put some wet food in here and freeze it. They'll be licking at that for an hour. Keep them nice and busy. My only concern is that it's very pliable, very soft. I don't know how it's going to hold up with heavy chewers. I'm not quite sure yet, so I'll keep you updated on that. In fact, I bought two to test out one with one of my dogs, Georgia. She's a German Shorthair Pointer, and she's a big chewer. So I'm curious to see how well it's going to last. I'll keep you updated. So it might hold up very well, but I think it's going to do a pretty good job. We'll see. I'll keep you updated on that too. Something I give my clients a lot of is leashes and reflective. This was on back order. So happy that they came in. Nice small leash made for smaller dogs. I use a small clasp because depending on what type of collar or harness you have, some of my clients use martingales. What a martingale is, basically it's got a chain in the bottom. So it's really good for dogs with smaller heads in their necks. Invented in the 1800s, been out forever. Some dogs use it for, or some clients, use it for their dogs for a refocus. Like, hey, look at me, good job, good job. So I will use this. Really good to have a nice light clasp, because if it's too heavy, it'll pull down the chain, and then you're getting it where it's already hanging down. You go to give your refocus, and there's nothing to pull on. You're just tugging on your dog's neck. So nice and light clasp. That's really handy. Other things I have, just regular toys. These are hamburgers, and really good for clients who have puppies who are chewing a lot, because then you just replace your little hands with a toy instead. Of course, it takes a little bit to work on that. Again, we have to do a program. Start of the show. Start of the show is a Pet Safe 3-in-1. Good for seatbelts and stuff. I've used this in the past, and my mentor told me this, and it kind of stood out. She said, it's a mullet because you have a clasp in the front and in the back. So what we say is business in the front, party in the back. When we're training, we have it clasped in the front. And when it's time for a free roam, we put it in the back. That way your dog knows, hey, what type of walk we're going to have. Because it's not just about going from point A to point B and your dog only looking at you. Unless your dog is super hyper-focused on something or has traumatic experiences, we want to give your dog stimulation. Let them smell the smells, see the dogs, see the people. Ian Dunbar said by the time you get your dog home, before 6 months, your dog should see at least 100 people and 100 dogs, and then another 100 and 100. You should socialize a lot with your dog. So when you put it on the back, it's free roam. Go and have as much fun as you want. The last thing on the list, good old clicker. I started using this. I used to snap my fingers, but what I find is a lot of people have a hard time snapping their fingers, especially if they're reaching for a treat. So I will use a clicker, and it's really good. Click, give the treat. This is a classical conditioning. It's marker, what we call as a marker, and basically it's what they're doing right. You click, that's exactly what you're doing right. Good for positive plus reinforcement. There's a lot to it. You don't just grab a clicker and expect it to work. There's a process. We've got to build a foundation for it. So with my clients, if they can't snap, I replace it with a click. Last but not least, start of the show. And this is because I'm calling out my client who's going to be watching this video. My client tends to buy a lot of stuff for her dog. A lot of sweaters, a lot of vests, a lot of everything, because the dog is her sweetheart, and that's okay. I love it. So she wanted me to order this for her, and I did. And it's actually really comfortable. Like, it's really soft. So I think that the dog's going to love it. It's got reflective on it, which is amazing. I think this is going to be a really good harness for her. I haven't used it, but it's Be Cuddly. I'll give you an update on that. I'm sure it's going to be ecstatic, but very funky colors. I love it. So that's some of the stuff that I order. This is basically around about an order for a week or two for me, depending on how many clients I have. I have obviously inventory of these, but I wanted to try out a couple toys and try it out and let you guys know what I think about them. And that's sort of what I use. No force, there's no shock collars in here, there's no prong collars. It's positive reinforcement. I want your dog to communicate with you, build trust up with you, fall in love with you, and then we can train. And that's my mentality and that's my methods. Hope you guys have a great night. Hope you feel better than I do. And if you don't, take some pills, get some rest, and we'll chat soon.